Hello, everyone, and welcome to the October 2020 QB Talks, QuickBooks Quarterly Update with Murph. My name is Emily Hedrick, and I'll be your webinar host today. If you have any questions, please enter them in the Q&A box, and we'll try to address them. The session will be recorded, and everyone that has registered will receive a follow-up email with the recording and handout. Today's speaker is William Bill Murphy, better known as Murph. He's in charge of all things related to content as the senior editor at Insightful Accountant. Murph is an advanced certified QuickBooks ProAdvisor with over 30 years of consulting experience. For many years, he was the anchor of the National Advisor Network's online forum and three-time consecutive winner of the NAN Online MVP Award. Murph has published over 4,000 articles in numerous industry publications and served as technical editor for business analysis with QuickBooks by Wiley Publishing. Thank you, Murph, for being here with us today. And when you're ready, you can get started.
Okay, Emily, thanks a lot. Can you see my screen?
No, I don't think it switched over.
I didn't get a prompt to share. So,
here. Okay, I'll stop sharing and then you should be able to share, Murph.
Well, I'm not seeing a prompt to share.
Or here, let's do this. This is still mine, but I'm going to give you control. You should be able to take it over. Do you see it, Murph? Are you able to control the screen?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
And maybe I can get rid of that. Okay. All right, great. So, folks, I'm glad you're with me today. And let me just say that I'm sorry that Liz is not with us today. She's off working for Intuit, doing their bookkeeping VCon. And so you're going to have to put up with me to give you the update. But anyway, I'm going to try to do that. And as always, we have to thank our sponsor, Landy Insurance. Landy is a family-owned and operated business. They've been in business essentially 70 years. Herbert H. Landy Insurance, but everybody just knows them as Landy. And they've been one of our longtime sponsors of QB Talks. For a long time, they were also a sponsor of our ProAdvisor of the Year and Top 100 program. And they are our proud 2020 sponsor of QB Talks, our sole sponsor this year. And if you need any kind of professional liability for your practice, you really should seek out the folks at Landy. They offer professional liability and errors and omissions and privacy breach, cybercrime coverage, business office liability. They can write bonds and workers' compensation and all kinds of other coverages. And I know one time when I was talking to the group at Scaling Heights about cybercrime and cyber coverage, people were not even aware that you could get coverage. And suddenly there was a rush on the Landy booth when I told everybody that Landy offered that coverage. So if you've got renewals, and a lot of people have renewals coming up, then you really should get a hold of Landy. And the easiest way to do that is simply answer yes to the poll. And then they'll call you or they'll reach out to you. And if you say no, then they're not going to be bugging you. So don't worry about that. They're not even going to send you any info. But if you are interested in coverage, then go ahead and say yes. And if you'll just answer as quick as you can, then they will get you info, and we'll get to the rest of our agenda for today. And when we're up to about 85% participation, Emily, if you'll close that poll, we'll be ready to go.
Sure thing, Murph. We're right at 80. We just need a few more people. All right, thank you, guys.
All right. So, folks, rather than read through all of this, if you read, the article about what we're going to cover, this is the same thing we cover every quarter. It's essentially everything that's changed and new and different, et cetera, with QuickBooks Online and all of the rest of the QuickBooks ecosystem. And so, the first thing we'll talk about is QuickBooks Online itself and the chart of accounts setup and sub-account import. And when it comes to setting up your chart of accounts, the less you need to do, the better. That's why the process of allowing you to import accounts and sub-accounts directly into QuickBooks Online, eliminating the need to set them up by hand, is a valuable time-saving tool. You can import the chart of accounts by logging into QBO, into the company you wish to import the chart of accounts into. Go to the gear icon, select tools, and then click on import data. And then choose the created chart of accounts, a template to import, and you can actually export templates that are appropriate. And you want to make sure that in your file that you've created, the spreadsheet, that the parent account and sub-accounts are separated by a colon. And then you'll review those once you import them in the map data step. And then once everything looks good, you'll go ahead and choose import. And at that point, you can then customize the chart of accounts further if you need to. Now, if you're a professional and you work with one specific industry, you probably want to have a standardized industry template so that all of your clients are going to be using pretty much the same chart of accounts. But if you work with a lot of different types of clients, then you may want to have templates that are specific to different industries. And what I know that a lot of people have done in the past is they've taken the templates out of QuickBooks Desktop and exported those and then worked with them and used them to import into QuickBooks Online. Imagine that. Now, this is a feature that Liz discovered that I wasn't even aware of, and I thought it was pretty neat because, this was one of the things that QuickBooks offered last year for QuickBooks for Mac, because the Mac OS had actually turned dark, and the dark mode of QBO is really cool, and it can really be soothing to your eyes to not be looking at all that white space. And it is a QuickBooks Online Labs feature under something that they released called themes. And themes are enhancements to the visuals of QBO. In other words, They impact the way the graphic user interface works, not the way the actual program works itself. And so you have access to QBO themes and access to the dark mode feature through QuickBooks Labs. And to get there, click on the QBO gear icon, then select QuickBooks Labs, slide the QuickBooks themes to on, then click Done, and then edit your themes. Click the QBO gear icon, select themes under your company, and then slide the dark mode slider to on. Then refresh your browser, and lo and behold, you'll be in the dark side. Now, we also have new labeling that's gone on over the last couple of months. And I think almost everybody's probably got bank feed labeling accomplished by now. It was rolled out over about a 6-week period, and it changed the visuals and labels of bank feeds. And it's a revamped look. And it added a lot more white space. So maybe you want to make use of that dark mode to get rid of all this white space. But a labeling change was designed to differentiate posted bank feeds from those needing specifically review. And previously, posted bank feeds were labeled as reviewed, and the new name is called categorized. In other words, they thought there was too much confusion between for review and reviewed. So now it's for review and categorized. The distinction helps to eliminate this confusion and just simply make it a little easier so that everybody knows, what they're supposed to be working on. Another change is to the placement locations of the update and linked account functions. This is a small change. It really doesn't impact anything significantly. It just kind of, streamlines the look of the white space. It's designed to get it out of the way so that when you have more accounts, they'll stack across more easily. And this is where it's located. This is just an enlargement so you can see easier what it says. And then customizable email receipts with bill capture and forwarding. Now, we talked about this was on its way, last quarter, and it's since been implemented. Getting receipts and bills into QuickBooks is faster and easier than ever. And now, instead of sending them to one place and then having to segregate them, the way you used to, because if you had multiple companies, it just didn't work when you only could send them to receipts at QuickBooks.com. You now can segregate them into your individual companies. And so what they did is, instead of using that standard receipts at Intuit.com, you can create your own unique customizable email address using the format of, customized by the user at QuickBooks.docs.com. So in other words, you can use an address at QuickBooksDocs.com that's associated with each particular QuickBooks company. Now, be aware that once you do this, you will no longer be able to use the receipts at QuickBooks.com And in fact, you're no longer able to do that as of October 1st anyway. So you've got to be using this new format as of October 1st. Now, let's talk about a few things that have changed and been enhanced in the QuickBooks Online Accountant version. All QuickBooks Online accountants and advanced users have a new performance center giving small businesses their business metrics in one centralized place. This tool was created to help accounting professionals deliver advisory services to their clients. It's also designed to assist QuickBooks clients running larger businesses and using QBO Advanced, the ability to make more critical business decisions by having more significant information in the form of key business metrics on a automatically generated dashboard that includes things like their accounts payable, their accounts receivable, cost of goods sold, gross profit, net profit, their revenue stream, cash flow, current ratio, and quick ratio. It also gives you the ability to create customized and interactive dashboards and to report KPIs that matter most to you. And they're working on that very fact and adding extras as we speak. They also are giving you the ability to benchmark against past periods or same periods last year and to benchmark against your industry. And so, boy, that was quick. What that was trying to show you is that you can actually, and let me see if I can just go back there. You can actually create your own chart that's most important to you, and then it'll show up in place. So with Performance Center's built-in custom chart builder, you're able to track the business KPIs that you care most about. You can set benchmarks against those past periods, and this feature will let you create not only new charts, but you can recreate charts automatically because it's looking at the data as you go. Performance Center gives you benchmarks against peers also, so you can know if your business is growing profitably. Industry benchmarks automatically display how your profit margin compares against peers based on industry, revenue bands, location, and accounting methods. You'll be able to edit what industry you belong to based on NAICS codes. And the key metrics currently supported are that net profit margin and gross profit margin. But before long, they'll be able to use other metrics against industry benchmarks. Now, another QuickBooks Online Accountant feature is the bookkeeping review. This is a tool set from directly inside QuickBooks Online Accountant that makes month-end activities like reviewing unresolved transactions, reconciling bank and credit card accounts, and creating reports visible for every client, helping Accountants and bookkeepers track those items to assure that they're completed so that you avoid the possibility of, not getting your work done by the time that it's due. Bookkeeping month-end review can be assessed within QBO Accountant by clicking from the left-hand client menu on the bookkeeping header to make the month-end review column visible. Within the month-end review column, there are 3 clocks that then become visible, and each clock represents a specific month-end activity. Now, month-end review clocks will change their status as tasks are performed and completed. By clicking on each month-end review, more details are opened, and you can see those details, and they display the work that's necessary along with their little clocks. And as you complete their little clocks, then those go back to the display as completed work. And they correspond directly to the related QBO subscriptions. When month-end tasks are completed, the status changes in both the QBO accountant dashboard and inside the client QBO file. Month-end review is part of a tool set specifically designed for QuickBooks Online Accountant. Clients don't have the month-end review features, nor do they see the to-do task list. So they don't know what you have or haven't done. By using the new month-end functionality, accountants, bookkeepers, ProAdvisors, business consultants doing this work can track and complete these tasks much easier. Now let's look at some of the new features inside QuickBooks Online-Advanced. In QuickBooks Online-Advanced, you can set the conditions in workflows to approve invoices automatically so that you never have to go outside of QuickBooks with either a manual process or some third-party solution. You select workflows from the left-hand navigation and then choose Approve Invoices. There you can set up notifications for invoices that need to be approved by yourself or another team member. This new template lets you automate how invoices are going to be routed for approval before they're sent to your clients. It's an easy way to increase your efficiency and to improve accuracy, as well as simplify scaling. You save yourself valuable time each day by automating your invoice approval process in QuickBooks Online-Advanced. It's an easy tool to help you. And you'll see that it not only displays in the invoice, but it also works with the next feature we're going to look at, which is QuickBooks Online-Advanced Tasks. Tasks is a new tab added to the left-hand menu of QuickBooks Online-Advanced that makes it faster and easier to delegate tasks by automating the process, allowing you to assign tasks to individual users automatically. Now, tasks help you group things together and to delegate them all within QuickBooks Online-Advanced so you can better manage remote teams and increase collaboration without having to use other tools. To use a select task from the left-hand navigation bar to view and assign tasks. Now, the first task that they allowed you to do was to approve invoices. So you can view and respond to custom tasks, including those new invoice approvals. But you will be able to increase collaboration by assigning other tasks for team projects and to simplify management of remote teams through other task assignments. Now, another feature has been the addition of custom roles. And if you are using QuickBooks Online Advanced and you are hesitant to try to set up your own, roles for managing inventory or payroll because you weren't sure about what rights needed to be assigned and you weren't sure what data would be limited or what reports might not be accessible if you went through that process on your own. Over the last quarter, they gave you 2 new roles to do that for you. And they gave you the role of inventory manager and the role of payroll manager. And these 2 new permissions pre-populate each of the roles and responsibilities so that when you grant them with a single click, all the appropriate permissions are configured for you. And, one of the things that I really like the best about how QuickBooks Online Advanced displays these roles and permissions is this little feature right over here where it tells you what these people can do and what they can't do. That's so much better in my mind than the way that even, QuickBooks Enterprise tries to display the functionality of security assignment. This seems to be so much more simplistic and so much more upfront. Pretty neat. So now we get to payroll news. And I think Liz wrote a feature a couple of weeks ago, and then she wrote a feature on Monday about the upcoming payroll changes effective November 1st. And that is, if you're not already rolled over to one of the new QuickBooks Online payroll subscriptions and you've been using QuickBooks Online Payroll, you're going to get rolled over effective November 1st. On that date, every existing QuickBooks Online Payroll user will be converted from their current subscription level to one of the 3 subscription levels. And the vast majority of users will get converted, I start to say convicted, will get converted to core. The 3 payroll subscription levels are core, premium, and elite. And we'll look at each of those more closely in a moment. Each of these 3 QuickBooks Online payroll subscriptions has full service features that can be adjusted to self-service if necessary. Full service payroll means that taxes and forms can be filled for you by QuickBooks Online Payroll. All subscription levels can have automated taxes and forms turned off. QuickBooks Payroll will still calculate taxes and populate forms. However, when turning off automated taxes in core, premium, and elite, you or the client will be responsible then for processing and filing your taxes. No longer will Intuit do it for you if you turn it off. So core payroll offers needed benefits for most clients. Includes unlimited payroll, 24-hour direct deposit, all tax payments calculated, automatic tax payments and form filing for federal and state, but not local, handled for the client by QuickBooks Online Payroll. Automatic tax payments and form filing can be turned off for self-servicing if you choose to. And again, if you choose to, then that means you do choose to do it. Self-services for the employee portal workforce. Free year-end forms are included, available in all 50 states. Management of garnishment and deductions, payroll reports, auto payroll, and health benefits are available. Doesn't mean included, it means are available. All right, premium payroll. Now, it includes everything that was included in core, plus a state new hire reporting is available through premium, grant user permissions, automated tax payments and form filing for federal, state, and local, same day direct deposit, HR support center, and I'll talk about that a little more in just a minute, and T-Sheets time tracking. Now that's not elite T-Sheets time tracking. Plus expert onboarding setup review. That doesn't mean expert onboarding setup assistance. And then there's elite payroll, which includes everything that's in core and everything that's in premium, plus multi-state filing at no additional cost. In other words, if you're working in more than one state, you need to have multi-state. It's included here at no additional cost. White glove onboarding payroll setup. Now, this is where they actually will do the setup for you. And they've got experts that will work with your employees to do the setup, work with your personnel to do the setup, etc. T-Sheets Elite is included, which means that it includes project hour tracking, geofencing, and activity feeds, etc. There is protection from tax penalties because all fees are calculated and managed on behalf of the client. Then they assume all of the responsibilities unless you decide to turn it off. Okay. If you decide to turn it off, then you're going to lose that. Plus a personal HR advisor. Now, I mentioned that I'd talk about these HR services that come with premium and elite and kind of differentiate how those are different. Now, I'm giving you my I'm going to give you my ballpark of how these two things are different. Premium to me is like having your own HR guidebook that's kept up to date at all times. Now, if you ever had one of those legal update services that used to send you updates on a regular basis of everything that's new and different, and you used to take out all the old and put in all the new, well, this service acts in a similar fashion. You can call them up if you've got questions, and they're going to give you the newest information about any kind of HR problem or issue. They're going to give you the most current information, the most current content, the most current material. And in effect, they are your human resource guidebook. But Elite is different than that. It's like having your own HR qualified staff person in your office. You call up the number and say, hey, I need you to help me with this. And they are like, you walked into their office and they're going to give you their qualified opinion. Now, that's not legal advice, but it is their professional opinion based upon their experience and their qualified education, as well as their up-to-date information. So that's the difference between what you're getting in the way of the HR services that are now going to be included in premium and elite as it was explained to me. Now, there is a new 401k plan availability being rolled out under the QBO payroll benefits. And in fact, I believe everybody will have this as of tomorrow under their benefits tab because 90% of the 5.8 million American small businesses, 99 fewer employees, don't even have access to a 401k benefit. Of the 42 million Americans who are employed, 75% don't have any kind of a retirement plan or at all. And so they're trying to make a 401k retirement plan available to most small businesses. And they're making it available through a company called Guideline. And when you click on the benefits tab, you're going to have that available as well as the health insurance that's been there. And Guideline is a company that acts as the go-between between your small business and the 401k that you set up. They're going to do everything for you. They are going to be your fiduciary. They're going to be the plan administrator. They're going to be the plan investment. And they're going to do so for a very reasonable fee. And with that said, I'm going to just about say that's pretty much like all I'm going to talk about it. I think a lot of people are going to get bombarded with a lot of information tomorrow. But that tab, I believe, becomes available to everybody tomorrow. It's been available to a lot of people because it's been being rolled out also over the last month and a half. So, and now let's talk about Amazon business integration. Intuit recently announced a new integration between QuickBooks and Amazon Business. This integration for QuickBooks Online and Amazon Business allows small businesses to automate purchase reconciliation and categorization when using Amazon Business. Once small businesses have connected to Amazon Business, have connected their Amazon Business account to their QuickBooks Online, they can locate transactions by navigating to the banking tab and then selecting the app transaction sub-tab. Amazon Business purchases will be automatically imported into QuickBooks with data being refreshed multiple times per day. Purchase details include item descriptions, costs, and fee breakdowns for each transaction, and they'll be automatically included. And you also have a way to refresh them manually. Now, the integration between QuickBooks and Amazon Business is designed to help business owners better categorize and understand their business expenses while eliminating the need to go back and forth between QuickBooks and Amazon Business to try to match up their purchases. Each item brought through Amazon Business can be categorized separately and matched with bank transactions in QuickBooks. Return item transactions are imported also so that QuickBooks is automatically updated and set for review. Now let's talk about QuickBooks Payments Instant Deposit. Getting money into your bank account instantly has never been easier thanks to these improvements to the instant deposit feature in QuickBooks. And this is also one of the features that's being rolled out, and I think almost everybody's gotten it, but you might not have quite gotten it yet. Now you can pre-select the days of the week you want to make automatic instant deposits, which occur up to 3 times daily, 9, 2, and 9 p.m. Pacific. If you're already set up for instant deposits, you can set your schedule by navigating to accounts, setting payments, deposit speed, set a schedule for instant deposits, and then select the days you want. Now, if you don't have instant deposits, then you need to go out and set that based on your QuickBooks payment settings. Now let's talk about QuickBooks Commerce. On September 23rd, Intuit announced the launch of QuickBooks Commerce, which is a new business management platform designed to help small businesses attract and sell to new customers across multiple e-commerce channels, including online storefronts, marketplaces, and point of sale systems. It gives QuickBooks customers one integrated platform to centrally run and manage their small businesses and allows them access to the same cloud platform capabilities that bigger companies use to manage omni-channel sales. QuickBooks Commerce arrives with small business capabilities that they need most. For product-based businesses to thrive, they must support how their customers want to shop, whether that's in-store, online, or across multiple digital marketplaces, but all of it in real time. For most small businesses, keeping track of multiple channels is overwhelming and hard to manage. But because everything is tied together within QuickBooks Commerce, their listings, products, inventories, and orders from Amazon, ShopKeep, Squarespace, and more will all be in sync. Small businesses will be able to see data on profitability insights, return on investment on marketing spend, and new opportunities to expand their product line, all in one central location. When used with QuickBooks Online and the rest of QuickBooks suites of tools, QuickBooks Commerce becomes a one-stop shop for small businesses, a comprehensive digital platform to run and manage every aspect of their business. QuickBooks Commerce is being deployed in a phased rollout within the United States. New US-based customers who purchase QuickBooks Essential or Plus or Advanced will have first availability to QuickBooks Commerce. Now, Insightful Accountant is going to be preparing a first look feature, one of our first looks at QuickBooks Commerce in the weeks ahead. So we're going to be trying to tell you more about this unique new Intuit offering. Now, in case you haven't heard, regarding the QuickBooks ProAdvisor Program, there will be a new QBO certification, and it's coming out right after the start of November. And it will have training and an exam. And so Intuit has announced that if you're currently in progress of taking the existing QBO certification exam or self-paced training to prepare for that exam, you've got to get it completed prior to November 2nd, because on November 2nd, none of your progress either towards the current training or the current exam will be migrated to the new exam or the new training. So if you don't get started on the current exam or training and get it accomplished before November 2nd, you're better off to just wait and then take the new training and the new exam after November 2nd when it becomes available, because the new training and new certification examination will be coming out after November 2nd. I'm not saying it's coming out on November 2nd. I'm saying it will be coming out after November 2nd. Lastly, I want to remind everybody that on November 18th, we will have our QB Talks, which is our quarterly app neighborhood watch. And Kelly G, AKA Kelly Gonzalez, will be here with me, and she will present the app neighborhood watch with 5 or 6 new or friendly, that's how I like to call them, new or friendly apps to the QBO ecosystem. And so you won't want to miss those new or friendly apps that Kelly is going to present on November 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Now, believe it or not, I got through a lot quicker than I thought I was going to get through today. And for some reason, I don't see my Zoom window. Emily, are you there?
I'm here, and you have quite a few questions. Do you want me to just read them to you and you can go?
Well, let me just see if I can get, can't get my Zoom window to show up. So maybe you can read me a few, or let's read 1 or 2 and maybe I can answer them.
Okay.
Just
Someone had asked
from there.
Okay, someone had asked earlier, does the theme only affect the accountant view?
No. The theme impacts your entire QBO. So it's not available only to accountant. It's available to any QBO user. It's just a QBO Labs function. Yep.
Okay. Someone said they need to add a scroll bar on bank feed screen because I have some clients with 15 plus accounts and you have to hit the right arrow and left arrow so many times to move around.
Well, be sure to add that to feedback. I'm sure I'd like to know that. Yeah, they probably didn't recognize the fact. And I know, I think it was Hector that said in desktop, when they got that kind of same configuration with all that white space up there, that he thought it was way too much white space. I'll be interested in passing that on to him, that there's all that space, and somebody said there was too much up there or too many accounts to go in the white space. So.
All right. Someone said, does Intuit have plans to bring back the accounts payable days to pay and accounts receivables days chart that were there previously? I'm sorry. So
I think you're talking about in the Performance Center, or what was the older version of prior, before they called it the Performance Center, the older dashboard. And I believe that's one of the options that is a chart that you can create. If not, I'm sure that they'd be interested in hearing that.
Is QuickBooks Cash available for QBO accountants?
My understanding is that QuickBooks Cash is available to any QBO user. So whether you're an accountant or just a regular QuickBooks account, just a regular QBO user, that the QuickBooks Cash feature is available.
Okay. Someone said, what level will the client automatically be rolled over to? I'm assuming core.
So in most,
I think that's, go ahead, Mark.
The payroll client is going to roll over to core unless they have some of the features that currently mandate that they would go to premium or elite. And so, for example, if they already have T-sheets, but not T-sheets elite, then they're going to roll over to premium. If they have T-sheets elite, they're going to roll over, my understanding is, automatically to elite.
Okay. Is the Amazon integration available for all of QuickBooks Online?
Yes, it is.
Here's one. Do they have a 401k Roth provision? I'm not sure what.
As I understood, this, you remember back to the briefing that I was in, I do not believe on day one, there is actually a Roth provision, but it might have been that at the time that they began offering, there wasn't, but by the time they were going, quote unquote, totally live, that it might be. So you just have to check. You'll just have to check. It very well could be that by tomorrow, when they go totally live, it very well could be that they have a Roth available.
Someone added Guideline has the Roth option.
Okay, so.
Yep. We have just a few more. When will existing QBO US clients get QB e-commerce?
Okay, so I want you to understand that it's a totally separate program. It's going to be totally separate subscription, and they have not announced exactly when they are going to make that available. And this is a product they acquired from a third party. We wrote a feature about them acquiring that product about a month prior to them announcing the launch of QuickBooks Commerce. And so they've not announced general availability, but I suspect that they won't, it won't be long before it's generally available.
Okay. Somebody asked, will T-sheets be free finally then?
It will be included in those subscription prices, yes, of those two payroll products at no additional cost.
Okay. And where on the Performance Center can I create a new chart?
It's up there in the upper right-hand corner. of the Performance Center, I'd have to go back to there. Let me see if I can get. Not sure how far back that is.
She said, I can only create a pre-built chart, not design a new chart.
Oh, totally independent charts are not available yet. Yeah, you can currently only add from the existing available, but very soon you will be able to use the quick add and design your own. Yep.
Okay. And here's the last question I have for now. What will pricing be for the updated payroll service?
Didn't we have that on the? We did not include pricing. And generally, I don't talk about pricing because as soon as I talk about pricing, it changes. So I didn't include pricing. And to be real honest with you, I don't know the pricing. I'm sorry.
All right. I think that sums up all of our questions for the day. Murph, thank you so much. That was a great presentation.
I want to thank everybody who was here today. And hopefully, again, we'll see everybody next month on the 18th.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I will be getting the recording and handout here to you shortly, a little later today. Hope to see you all at QB Talks next month on November 18th. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.